We are live. Hello. Are we, what is it? An echo or what are you trying to repeat me or something?
I'm a parrot.
Are you? Oh, that's right. You're a parrot. That's right. That's his nickname is Rick the Parrot. Instead of Captain Rickster, it's going to be Captain Parrot. Hey, Dante, what's up?
Hi,
Dante's
Dante.
here early.
Yes.
Say hi to Captain Rickster while I go ahead and let everybody else know we're here.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit. Tell us how your week went, Captain
Oh,
Rickster.
my week went pretty good this week.
What happened?
We went out and did some selling from windows. We went out and did a little traveling, so
Right?
that was good.
Yes.
Went to the doctor, got a clean bill of health. I hope.
I hope so too.
Yep.
That's always
It's always a good sign. I'll know next week
true.
if I got a good report or not.
Yep.
Otherwise, it was just an awesome week. We had fun. We kid around with each other.
Oh yeah, just like your parrot now.
Like a parrot. Yeah. We got a lot of work done. We got a lot of work done this week.
We did, didn't we? It was a productive week. That's for sure.
Very productive week. Yes.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's been. Now we're here today.
Yep.
We made it through the week.
We sure did.
We didn't get killed by anybody from out in the streets.
And COVID is that Omicron. Guys, it's they say it's not as strong, but this Omicron is so contagious. It's not a matter now. It's not a matter of if you're going to get it. It might be a matter of when you're going to get it.
Yeah.
It looks like everybody eventually is going to get this stupid virus that we're all sick of.
And if you have your booster shot, it even helps even more.
Yeah.
Because if you only got 2 shots without the booster, you have a more chance of getting the Omicron than you will if you have a booster shot already.
It's true.
According to the news.
That's true.
But then again, who can you believe?
Well, I mean, the news is the news, and
Yeah, they tell half the truth half the time. So.
But we got a lot of stuff we got to announce today.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I've now posted everything on social media, so if you show up, we'll see you. If you don't, maybe you could catch it when it repeats. But let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the All for Sci-Fi webcast. I'm your host, Eric Walker, and beside me is
Captain Rickster.
Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for joining us today. We got a great show. We're going to be reviewing the Book of Boba Fett, episode 4.
Definitely true.
Yeah, it's called The Gathering Storm.
Yep.
We're also going to go ahead and review Star Trek Prodigy, which this episode.
Yeah,
So
it's
a episode. You got me going, didn't you? You got me now. The episode is called Time Amok.
Yeah, he went amok, all right.
I sure did, didn't I?
Right now.
Isn't it just a coincidence that this episode's called Time Amok?
Yeah. They mucked this one up.
I sure did muck that one up, didn't I? And I guess we're going through one of those anomalies.
Yes.
When I read that before I saw the show, I go, "Oh no, not another Star Trek anomaly episode." Oh my god!
Yeah.
But it was quite interesting. They had some really cool things.
Yeah, they did.
This week's episode of Prodigy was better than the week before, so we're going to talk about that.
Definitely.
Got some news. Some announcements to make. And of course, we're broadcasting live from you here in Woodland Hills, California. Yes, Captain Rick, today is January 22nd, in case you ask me if I'm sure. But hey, Jim is here. Say hi to Jim.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Hey, Jim. Also, Darth Sidious is here. Hey,
Hi,
Darth.
Long time no see.
Yeah, glad you guys all made it. Now that I've done my... You got me again, misspeaking.
Yes,
I guess I'm turning into Captain Rickster.
Yeah, a little bit here.
We could go ahead and talk about stuff. There's some real exciting, I hate feeling like, speaking of parrot, since we brought that up in the beginning of the episode.
Okay, you parrot.
I hate to repeat myself over and over and over, guys.
That's why he repeats. That's why he's a parrot.
But it really is. No, I think we're living in the golden age of sci-fi.
That's what we're living.
And I keep saying that because there's so many things. It's not just that we named our show All for Sci-Fi because we all love sci-fi.
That's right.
We love everything sci-fi, not just Star Wars, not just Star Trek, not just, and we could go on and on and on, the different sci-fi stuff. It's just, but we really are, the new Dune, lots of stuff coming out. And it really is a golden age of sci-fi, Captain Rickster. It really is.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that because we got a lot of announcements. We got all the Star Trek announcements to talk about.
They are making a Dune too, by the way.
Are they? Great.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Talked about it.
But yeah, let's go over this since we're making some announcements. Here you guys go. Ready? Here we go. Here's the first one. Ready? Star Trek Discovery is coming out. Season 4 will be back on February 10th. Guess what comes right after that? We got Picard. The series premiere of Picard is going to premiere on March 3rd. Followed right up after that with the newest Star Trek show, Strange New Worlds. Its season's premiere is May 5th. Some also exciting news about, since we're talking about Star Trek Discovery, Star Trek Discovery just got renewed for season 5 already. So here's some trivia for you guys, so you know. This is the first show since Star Trek Voyager that's going to have a 5th season.
Right.
So that's some trivia there. And we got the new show, Strange New Worlds. I'm excited about this, and this is because Star Trek Lower Decks season 3 is coming this summer, and it's already been renewed for a 4th season.
All right.
So that's some exciting news on that front. Other exciting news is we're going to talk about this show today, but Star Trek Prodigy it's already going to be renewed for another season, by the way. Another season coming later this year.
Yeah.
So that's some exciting new stuff coming out here.
Yes, it is.
So I wanted to try something new. That's why I'm showing you guys some of the images too. And I'm going to bring up, while we're talking about the different shows, we'll have some images to talk about as well when we're doing a review. When we're talking about Book of Boba Fett, let's bring up some of the characters too. So let's make this a little more interesting instead of just us two talking right here, right?
Yes,
I was trying to play video clips, but then they ban us for copyright stuff. And you think they would want us to play their trailers or promote them?
Of course. You would think, but hey, they're a little sticky on that department, it looks like.
Well, or we got to figure out. Speaking of that, or get whitelisted.
Yeah, get whitelisted somehow.
It's not a racial thing, by the
way.
It is. This is really cool.
Yes.
We got this when we went to Disneyland.
Yep.
With Mark Dodson. The Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
And we got to take pictures right there at the throne. So they were giving away these. They were giving away these. They're like little postcards.
There's 4 postcards in there.
There's 4 of them in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you should. Maybe you could open it up, Captain Rickster.
You want to open it up?
I don't care. Go ahead. So we can show them all 4 different ones. Also got this. I'm getting ready to talk about Boba Fett, so I had to get my Slave 1 out, which is cool. I got to put Boba Fett in there. I realized I couldn't find a 3/4-inch scale of Boba Fett, so I'm going to have to buy a loose one. So I think I have found a 6-inch version, but a 6-inch version is not going to fit inside Slave 1 here.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, so, I mean, movie-wise, sci-fi wise, the next movie's Mobius. Mobius coming out January 28th, right? What's coming out after that? Moonfall,
which
in February.
Which is the following weekend, the first weekend of February.
Here's some of the other ones. It's pretty cool. Another one. And this one's pretty cool.
Yep.
Looking good. Hey, Captain Rickster, get some sleep?
Nope.
You seem tired.
Couldn't let me sleep over here.
Oh, by the way, did you see my hat? It's from Endor. Home of the Ewoks, it says right there. So, speaking of that, someone said there was a rumor that some actor who's in the Book of Boba Fett was teasing on Twitter or somewhere that it was real fun working with the Ewoks on the Book of Boba Fett.
Really?
So, has anybody heard that rumor? That would be kind of strange because
I haven't seen an Ewok yet.
That'd be kind of strange because Ewoks aren't from Tatooine; they're from Endor.
Endor, yeah.
The forest moon of Endor. But it would be cool if they did. I guess it has solved that thing that question everybody has about can Ewoks go off the planet of Endor, right?
Yeah,
that would definitely settle that for if you see them on a different planet. Be the first time we ever saw them off the planet because they're such a primitive species. they're not known to travel. At least,
Well, they don't have
Yeah.
any way, they don't have any way to travel, really.
right? Yeah, they're very primitive.
Yeah.
Although they whip some 501st, but there.
Yep.
But what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Prodigy?
Yeah,
Because we love talking about Book of Boba Fett. Now to take up more time.
Yeah,
but
so
okay, this week's Star Trek Prodigy. I went amok earlier.
Yes,
It's
he
called
went
time.
amok
It's
earlier.
called Time Amok.
Yeah, he went amok.
And actually, they already have the next episode. They had that up. So the next episode next week's called A Moral Star. A moral, like are you moral? A moral star. How's that work? How is a star?
Oh, a moral. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see next week, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, at All for Sci-Fi, we have a rating system of 0 to 5 stars. 5 stars being the best. If it's 3 stars or less, we don't recommend you stream it or go watch it in a movie theater if it's a movie. This particular show, Star Trek Prodigy, is on Paramount Plus and also CBS. All access, and the official All for Sci-Fi rating. I like this one. It's wasn't my favorite of the season. Close, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4.5. The official All for Sci-Fi rating is 4.5 stars. What do you give it, Captain Rickster?
Yeah, 4.6.
You liked it a little bit more than me.
That's right.
Oh, okay, good. So I don't have to knock your teeth out today.
What teeth?
Right? 1, 2, 3. That's how quickly you're learning. Maybe you should get into acting and be a stunt person.
Oh, whiplash,
Yeah.
whiplash.
Whoa. So, the other announcement we didn't make, we forgot to make. Sorry to stop right in the middle of the Star Trek Prodigy
Really?
review, but we got to say it anyway.
Wait until the end?
No, I think we need to. I guess we could have, but
Yeah.
I'll briefly say it since I interrupted this broadcast for another announcement.
Yeah, really.
Commercial
Commercial break.
Next Saturday, we will not be broadcasting at 3:00 because we're doing one of our special live shows because we're going to be at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yep.
So we're going to go ahead and do a live feed from Universal Studios Hollywood. We're going to be doing trivia, talking about stuff, and we'll have a prize. Also, we'll have a giveaway next week. So haven't decided what time it's probably going to be. We'll start probably around 10 or 11 next Saturday, and we'll walk around Universal, talk about the history of Universal and the movies and some trivia, and we'll give a prize away. So that broadcast will probably be longer because we're going to be at Universal. So we're going to be doing that next, and we'll talk a little bit about Book of Boba Fett as well while we're there. And Prodigy as well. And if we've seen Mobius, or maybe we've seen it by then. We might have seen it. Maybe we could talk about that as well. But back to Star Trek Prodigy. Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Well, we're not talking about the Book of Boba Fett episode 3, right?
Yeah,
Did you mention Back to the Future? Wait until we get to that. I got an announcement to make about that. But Jimmy says Wicked hates to fly, so Wicked hates to fly, so Ewoks instead laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this episode, what happens is the protostar is going to this section of space where they have all the, I don't know what they call it, but when they go through it, it causes them to have it splits, and they go have like
each one has their own ship.
It's not that. What happens is it creates like this temporal thing.
Yeah, it's a temporal
like this
thing.
loop, and they all, depending on where you're at on the ship, you're in different. You're going different time loops. You're at different speeds. If you're closer to where it happened, it's sped up really fast. If you're like at the back of the ship, nowhere near where it happened, you're running really slow, like there.
What's your normal speed, isn't it?
What Captain Rickster? Did I do that good or what?
Not bad for acting.
Not too bad. Maybe I should get back into that acting thing. I might do that well.
Yeah.
Just joking. I'm just trying to make you guys laugh. We are. No, just joking. Okay. So that's what happens. You're going really slow. But the person, the Rock, the big huge brute that they were calling security officer, who was really a kid.
Yeah.
was
And she's female.
and she's was stuck way back then.
Yeah.
And we don't know how long it took her to learn how to fix things, but she eventually got the courage to go ahead and save the day and save everybody.
Yep.
So basically what's happening is Janeway's going back and forth. And every time the one explodes, she goes to the next one. I thought it was an interesting idea that the way they did with, instead of the normal Star Trek stuff, it seemed different. They did other Star Trek times when they had a temporal thing happen. They did not have all these different time loops at different speeds, and that was interesting. It was something different.
Yes.
Instead of doing it,
you can do it easier on a cartoon than you can on a TV show.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But and then so as they're going through it, by the time they get to the last one, she's the last one that has to save the day.
Actually, she was the first one and also the last one.
Both. That's true.
So she was first there,
right?
And then she went to all the rest of them, and then on the last one, she was the one that saved everything.
Right. And we don't know how long it took her to learn all that. Janeway hinted. Hologram Janeway hinted that it was a long time.
Yeah.
Long time that she was spent alone trying to figure this out and save them. And in the midst of all that, of course, the diviner is still looking for his daughter. And
I think for the ship. Because that's about his daughter.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't care about his daughter.
He doesn't care about his daughter.
He's still trying to get the ship back, and sends that really weird looking K2 Ursul arachnide robot. He sends them through the machine that creates things, builds stuff, and so he tries to become a part of it as well. And then at the end, he gets destroyed. But later we see him because he was in the slower area. He was only partially made. And we see his eye come on, like something's going to happen. So I mean, it's really setting itself up for something definitely in the future. So, I haven't seen comments in a while. I'm wondering if the comments are working still. Everybody, can you still see us, or are you just letting us have fun today? Well, we're having a good show, so let us talk. But usually you guys are more interactive. So Dante's talking about, he's talking about Airwolf. Okay.
That's 30 years. That was 38 years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, Dante, thank you. I just wanted to make sure. I guess we were entertaining you guys, and you guys weren't saying anything.
Yeah, I know, huh?
But okay, that's enough about Star Trek Prodigy. Great episode. I highly recommend it. This week's episode, I guess, was better. So
it was better than last week's episode. Yes. That's for sure.
Yeah. So let's just hope that it keeps the pace like this. I hope that it keeps the show. You're going in the right direction. At first, I was worried because the show was kind of too kiddish, too geared towards kids. Now, Jim, of course, you have children, so I recommend your children watch it because it's made by Nickelodeon. So, Jim says, no, we're just all enthralled. Oh, thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. Yeah, me acting right, like going in slow motion. Yeah. Okay, so
now they want a signature from you.
Yeah, how do you like this? I like this. It's one of my favorite shirts too.
No,
Order 66.
My
well, that's my very favorite one.
Yes, as you can see, I'm red today instead of blue.
Yeah, so awesome. I appreciate that, guys. Okay, so let's talk about the Book of Boba Fett. Oh yeah. Hey guys, it was better. It was better.
A lot better.
It was a lot better than what did you say about Back to the Future?
Since
you brought that up.
Yeah. Number 3.
It was definitely a lot better.
Wasn't so much Back to the Future this time.
It had a little bit of that in there when he brought Finnick over to get her fixed for a brief moment.
That was it.
But guys, it was better. It was better. It was better than. I'm still looking forward to seeing some more action. I want to have, and what's interesting is this week, Tamora Morrison and Ming-Na Wen were on this podcast. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I heard about it.
But he was talking about how he was trying to get them. He said Boba Fett talks too much. Blah blah blah. He talks too much. His character, and he was trying to tell him, "Wait, can I talk less?" And he was trying to. He kept every time he could. He was trying to get them to give more lines to Fennec Shan. Ming-Na Wen. Boba Fett wouldn't talk. Let Fennec Shan talk, and he even tried to trick them into giving, on one of the episodes, him talking less. and he's right. Boba Fett's more mysterious. He's not supposed to talk that much.
Supposed to talk that much.
So I kind of agree with what he had to say. It was interesting. So he was trying to give more lines to, Finnick over there, which would be great. And speaking of that, we're talking about these guys. The new characters that are like from the Back to the Future days. What's interesting is where everybody's comparing them to Back to the Future, but here's a little bit of trivia for you guys. You ready for this? Have you noticed how good the photography is in this season of the Book of Boba Fett? Well, the reason why the photography is so good, coincidences, guys, are amazing. The guy who's doing the photography, the director of photography on this season, Book of Boba Fett, is Dean Cundey, and he is the guy who did the photography for Back to the Future.
That's right.
And almost all the Spielberg stuff. There you go. Maybe that's why it looked a little Back to the Future. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just for entertainment purposes, I want to throw that out there. And by the way, how do you guys like this character? He's a pretty interesting guy.
Yes, he is.
He's a water trader. But when he was talking about these guys, he made them sound like they were some thugs. But they ended up not looking like thugs. But he was very convincing. I think he did a very good job.
Yeah, he did.
In doing that. So this week's episode is episode 4. It's called The Gathering Storm. Although it didn't really have that much about a gathering storm. It was mainly about, and it was interesting because it did the flashback thing again.
Yeah.
But it was mainly about what happened, how he found Finnick. Speaking of that, we didn't give the official All for Sci-Fi rating of this episode.
Yep.
Here we go. As you know, it's 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best. This week's episode, The Gathering Storm, episode 4, gets the official All for Sci-Fi rating of, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. What do you give it?
I give it 4.6 stars.
You like that today. 4.6 on Prodigy, 4.6 on this.
Okay,
he is a parrot today, isn't he, guys?
I could have said 4.7.
But you're repeating yourself, parrot.
Okay. We're talking about
4.6. Yeah.
I want to hear that stuff.
Yeah, I know, but it was still interesting.
Yeah.
But the show, guys, was better.
Much better.
It was much better.
Mando.
There's Mando. So basically, a lot of this episode wasn't dealing with this is when he was sad. And he was talking about, this after the Sand People died.
Yeah.
But then we had what's this episode? I'm trying to look for it. Anyway, so why did you give it 4.6? I gave it 4.5.
I thought it was better than the last one they had.
Okay. Well, 4.5 still better rating too.
True, but I'm just saying it was better than last episode 3.
Right.
It wasn't so much of the Back to the Future guys going there.
Yeah.
And it was also I like when they bring that baby, what do you call that thing?
Oh, yeah. The Rancor.
Rancor, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That Rancor looked I think I have a picture of let's show it. Yeah, here it is. The Rancor, there it is.
Yeah.
And the other character that was great, of course, was right there, Danny Trejo.
Yeah, he was
on it. So it was great to see him there. So, he's good friends with Robert Rodriguez. So it was great to see Danny back on a show. But the baby Rancor was great. But the twin, that was the episode before though.
It was episode 3.
It was episode 3.
But you still saw him when he was
yeah, when they were doing they were
talking
with the other crime syndicates over there. They were he was bumping it, so it's shaking the ground or whatever. Yeah, that was the episode before. But yeah, it was better. It's going in the right direction again. Less talking, more action would be a lot better.
That's probably gonna be next one. We'll see.
See
about this war that is supposed to be coming on the show.
So most of this episode, going back to the original episode, was how he found Finnick and he grabbed her and went to Mos Eisley and found this person to get her all stitched up, and then he was actually before he found Finnick, he was scoping out Jabba's place where Bib Fortuna is at.
Right.
Who's in charge, because apparently that's where, speaking of that, that's another reason why brought this out today. He wanted to get his Slave One.
Yep, get Slave One back.
Which I heard the new name of Slave One is called Fire Spray.
Something like that, yeah.
Come on, guys. This is Slave One, not Fire Spray or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be Slave One to me forever.
That's true.
Don't change the name.
Yeah, that's true.
So sick of this politically correct crap. Jimmy says that, definitely wasn't as epic, but it's a step up for sure.
That's definitely true.
Darth is talking about the Water Merchant. Threw him off a bit because they used a comedic actor in Star Wars. Not sure they should do, especially on Mask. Well, you know what? Interesting that you mentioned he was a comic actor, Darth Sidious, but they're using a lot of comic actors.
That's
in
right.
Mandalorian. Remember that when Mandalorian went to Tatooine, that lady who was watching the baby for him, that lady, she's a comedian.
She's definitely a comedian.
They use a lot of comedians in Star Wars, I've noticed. Maybe because sometimes comedians could be funny and they could be serious, and I think doing comedy sometimes is stressful. So so you could do both.
Yeah.
So it's harder to be a comic actor.
Unfortunately, we lost a good comic actor already.
Louis Anderson died.
He passed away yesterday with blood cancer at age 68.
Not only him, but Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf died too, but he died of COVID.
He died of COVID, of all things.
All things, he died.
So, forgot to make that announcement. So, move in peace, Louis Anderson. Move in peace, Meatloaf. Yeah. I don't like to say our rest in peace. I don't think they're resting. It's MIP, move in peace. You're moving on to the next journey.
Yeah.
So let's start a new movement, guys.
Commercial break there. Sorry.
Yeah, just like when people say, we wish you have joy, love, and abundance.
Yeah.
Instead of that, let's call it Joyla. Joy, love, and abundance, right? I am full of phrases today. Who knew? I'm just joking.
I was full of muck too, but
No, I was full of muck at the beginning, wasn't I? Yeah, but okay. So after he goes and gets her, saves her, they go back over to where Boba Fett is enlisting Finnick to try to help him get Slave One.
Yep.
And she has one of these devices that she grows. It's a little thing, and she throws it, and it goes and it tells them how many guards they have.
Yeah.
So they know where everybody's at. And wow, when I saw that, guard after guard after guard.
A lot of guards in that place.
The only way this is going to work is by sneaking in.
Mm-hmm.
And so they snuck in, and they had this really cute robot. Did you see that little cute one that they chased and went like this? Woo! So I can't wait. You guys are so. These robots are so adorable that they're creating. We know that that's going to be released as a toy.
Right.
So right at the end, they get the Slave One ship back, and then what does Boba do? He goes and gets his revenge.
That's right.
He goes and blows up all those stupid biker guys. Banker. Why did I say banker?
You're mucking up again.
Why? Because biker guys are like banker guys?
That's true, yeah. They all
but sometimes biker guys are cool, though. Bankers are definitely not cool.
That's definitely not true. That's definitely true.
But that gang with the speeder gang guys
that
want to control everything and take all the money from the Pikes. He goes and and then not only that, but he's looking for his best car for his outfit, and he goes to the Sarlacc pit, and I like that.
Oh, that was good.
That was kind of fun, but too bad for the poor Sarlacc.
Yeah.
He got blown to smithereens, and then nothing was in there anyway. No. So he wasted the time and killed the poor thing for no reason.
That's right. And the thing is, though, he doesn't remember that Sand People took all his.
He passed out, so he didn't know.
Do anything.
And then when he wakes up, before they have the other stuff that happens, the meeting with all the different people in that runs the different territories, he finally wakes up and he's done with the flashback and done with. And somebody mentioned that there's an episode of the Clone Wars. It's in season 6, I believe. Season 6, like episode 11, with Yoda near the end of the. And Yoda's in. They put Yoda in a bank to tank, and they slow him down till he's almost dead, so he could dream. So maybe there's something about that. That was kind of interesting. Someone I saw on Facebook was showing the comparison, which was kind of neat.
And be completely and healed him up too.
And because of that, I went and watched that episode of Clone Wars with Yoda. So in season 6. So go check that out too. So thank you for the first one on Facebook who did that. So after that, and after they bring it, they say he's healed.
Right.
So he's healed. So guys, no more flashbacks. Hopefully, please. Although I understand it was needed and it was okay, I would have done it a little bit differently.
We know you.
What?
That's why we're not directing it.
That's not. You're an ass.
That's why you're not writing it either.
No. You know what? I could still have my own opinion, Captain Rickster.
No opinion from you.
Captain Jerkster.
No opinion.
Hey, guys, tell me if you agree with me. Would it have been better if they did the flashbacks where he's in the tank? They made 2 episodes of just that instead of 4, and they just made them longer. A little bit longer. Let's maybe make them both 50-something minutes. Get all that stuff out of the way, because we want to hit. Who doesn't want to see how Boba Fett got out of the Sarlacc pit? Who doesn't want to see how he teamed up and became partners with Fennec Shan?
Yeah,
who doesn't want to see all that? But why take 4 episodes? Is all I'm saying, Captain Rickster.
Well, they got to break it up somehow.
I don't want it to be half the season though. Because I want to get to the action, man. I'm about action. So, hopefully we're done.
We'll see.
We'll see next week. But they said he's healed, so he seems to only be doing those visions when he's sleeping in that tank, unless he gets injured again.
That's true.
But, guys, ready for this one? I got a prediction for you.
Uh-oh.
I know I put it out there, and now everybody picked up on it. And I'm telling you, even other news outlets started posting about it, because a lot of these people are on my Facebook feeds and they read my stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, get ready, because Mandalorian's coming.
That's right.
And I'm not saying it because I have inside information. I don't know if he's coming in the next one. He might come at the last episode.
That's right.
But there was a key thing in the music. Right after Fennec Shan is talking about how they have enough money to buy muscle, you clearly hear the Mandalorian theme music come out.
Yep.
And that was a nice touch. I got a good piece of filmmaking, because it kind of hints at what's to forecome in the future. It was clearly the Mandalorian theme, the da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na, with the...
And they repeated it.
They repeated it, but you hear the flute part of it right away. And then it kind of repeated lower with other music over it, if you really listen.
So we'll see what happens next week.
Right. We'll see. Who else is coming? Who do you think's coming?
It could be Quill. No, he's dead.
No, I think I think it's going to be Mandalorian. It could be, Bo-Katan.
Could be Bo-Katan, yes.
No, maybe not, because does he have the Darksaber still at this point? Someone else has
the Darksaber.
No. He has the Darksaber right now in the last
episode, yeah.
But I don't know what part I don't know in the timeline if he would had it by then. He might have.
I think he did.
And who else? Someone else. There was a couple people that had a couple other good theories too about who else could help him. It wasn't just the Mandalorian. It was a few other ones. Oh, there might be other bounty hunters.
True.
Like maybe Bosk.
What about Tech and those guys?
You think the Bad Batch?
The Bad Batch, yeah, might be able to come in there.
Someone mentioned maybe the Bad Batch or Omega might show up.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
But that would be neat to see.
But now someone's saying an Ewok too. I mean, that's craziness.
It'd be great that you can see him in live action instead of on a cartoon.
Yeah.
Who would the characters be?
That's true. That's true.
Who would play the characters?
Right. Oh, Jimmy's said something. Hey, Jimmy. I agree. He agrees.
Uh-oh.
Not like you, Captain Rickster.
Man,
I feel this is way of a more of a normal timeline rather than jumping back and forth. Yeah, the back and forth thing, it could work for an episode or two, but to do it for 4 episodes, I just wouldn't do it. I also wouldn't have Boba Fett talk as much as he does. And when your actor's hinting and giving you hints during filmmaking, saying, because he tried to play a trick on them, because Jon Favreau, the writer, left to go to Atlanta. And he was trying to play, so he was talking to the person that was in charge and said, I just feel Boba shouldn't do this. And then later, John's still weighing in from Atlanta and saying, no, just tell Tamora to say all the lines and we'll cut them in editing. So he got all the lines said. So
and nothing was cut in editing.
We don't know how much was cut in editing.
That's
but,
true.
I mean, I'm sure some of it was. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right, I'm excited, guys. Okay.
I can't wait till next.
You know what? There's a lot of complaining going on, and I see that online.
Nothing new online.
You didn't see you didn't see any on Mandalorian.
No, nothing on Mandalorian. But here, it's constant.
And it might be because there's too much talking going on with Boba Fett, and he's such a side character we didn't get to know him. But guys, it's still a great time. I mean, I can't wait to wake up on Wednesday morning and turn on before as I'm eating breakfast. I can't wait to watch the Book of Boba Fett. I look forward to Wednesdays. As I'm watching each episode, I'm watching it with new eyes, like it's a brand new show. I can't wait. I hope to see a new creature, and instead of always giving us repeats of what we had in the past, it'd be nice if you guys design some new creatures too, different looking ones. Don't rehash everything all the time. Have something different, different characters. A new species would be nice as well. But I just, in my heart, it's wonderful to be a Star Wars fan because I'm excited to wake up and watch these. So be happy that we have this, and we got all these other shows coming. We got, Kenobi coming. We got. I heard they just greenlighted a bunch of different other Star Wars shows too. It'd be great if they did an Ewok show as well. That'd be awesome.
But as long as they're more than 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 or 9 at least.
Right. 10 or 12. Oh, and that's the other thing. The Andor series that's coming out about Cassian Andor. That's 12 episodes. Did you know that?
Yep. You told me.
Yeah. So I mean, why can they take a little thing that was part of the crawl-in episode about the people, the Bothans or people dying, and someone mentioned it, and they could turn it into 12 episodes. And Rogue One was great too.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, it's an exciting time. I'm really excited to be able to see all this stuff. So yeah, Andor's coming out. Kenobi. They're getting ready. I heard that they just started shooting on the Ahsoka series.
Yep.
So, I mean, again, it's a very, very exciting time. So let's stop complaining. Let's not expect everything to be like it was, because it's a different time, different filmmakers, different generation. But the one good thing about all this is that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they really are Padawans of George Lucas, and they care about Star Wars fans. They are they're a fan themselves, and it shows. So let's give them a little bit of slack. Let's see where they go with it. Hopefully, when we're on the last episode, the finale, we're clapping. We're excited to be Star Wars fans again, and instead of complaining so much.
Right.
Darth Sidious is saying, yeah, episode 4 felt like it was filling in the gaps from the Mando series, almost like a prequel. Looking forward to the storyline processing. Yeah, well said.
Well said, yes.
We're looking forward to it as well. And that's all I give you on this, guys. And that's it for today's show. But remember, next week, rather than be at 3 o'clock, we're probably going to do a live feed from Universal Studios Hollywood starting around 10 or 11. We'll notify you guys on Facebook and on all our social media. Also, another announcement we didn't make in the beginning. We need to make it now. Tomorrow we're going to be attending the Pasadena Comic Con.
Yeah.
If anybody's in California, in the LA area, I recommend you go out there because now we're starting to get conventions back again. Yep. I hear Kevin Thompson's going to be there. He was one of the Ewoks in Return of the Jedi. He was Chukatron in Caravan of Courage, the Ewok that died, the woodsman. So go see Kevin there at Pasadena City Comic Con. We're probably going to go there too, make a quick appearance, do a quick walkthrough. We'll probably might even go live tomorrow as well to do that. That's pretty much it. As we always say here at All for Sci-Fi, do an act of kindness this week. It doesn't have to be giving money, donations. It could be just treating someone better, doing small things make a world of difference. And it just, I believe it creates like the synergistic effect, and other people, when somebody does something nice to you, you want to, it creates a ripple effect, like you're throwing a rock and it goes across the water. So I believe that it makes the world a better place. May the force be with you always. Live long and prosper, and may God bless you. And again, next week when we do that, we're going to have a giveaway. So let everybody, if you haven't done it already, please share us on social media so your friends could be a part of this as well. I'm Eric Walker.
I'm Captain Rexer. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. And see you next week. Bye.
Cheers. Go watch those football.
Go
Go Rams.
No, go 49ers.
Yo! My dad would say, go Kansas City.
No.